Hi everybody. In today's math video, we are going to be looking at time intervals. That means we're going to be looking at how much time passes between the time something starts and the time something ends. So I've got two clocks up here, and we're going to be looking at those. Let's start with we're going to say that a television program started at 9:10. So here's 9 o'clock. It starts at 9:10, so 5:10. This is what time it starts. And the program ends at 9:35. So here's 9 o'clock. We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it ends right here. Now, we want to figure out how much time has passed from 9:10 to 9:35. The first thing we need to look at is those times. 9:10 to 9:35. Okay, did we go to a new hour or is it the same hour? 9, 9. The hour is the same. So we're only looking at how many minutes have passed. So this is what time it started, and the arrow is on the 2 or 10-minute mark here. So we need to figure out how much time passes from the arrow being here to the arrow being here. We want to know how much time has gone by in that area. So we start at where the minute hand started at the 2, and we're going to count by 5s on each number until we get to the 7. That's where we'll stop. So we start at the 2, and we count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 minutes has passed. The TV program lasted 25 minutes. Okay, let's look at another one. I'm going to take these clocks away. We're just going to use this one for a minute. Next, okay, so a program starts at, or something starts at 3 o'clock. And it ends at 3:25. Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. If it started at 3 o'clock and it went until 3:25, our hours are the same, so it wasn't an hour, it's just a matter of minutes. 0 to 25 is 25. So that was an easy one to figure out. We just look at it. Let's, okay, what if we say, I'm going to put this on these clocks. We're going to take a look. Let's see. Sorry. Okay, let's look at that one. And then Let's take a look at these. So, our first one looks like this, and the next clock looks like this. First of all, let's look at the hour. Here we're really close to the 5. Here we're right on the 5. Even though this is 4 something and this is 5 something, do you think we've gone a whole hour or just minutes? It really has just been minutes. This clock shows 4:45. 4:45. And this clock shows 5 o'clock. Okay, if we look at the clock, even though we change from 4 to 5, it hasn't been a whole hour because we've just gone from 4:45 up to 5 o'clock. So, how many minutes would that be to go from here to here? Well, let's look at it. Here's 4:45, 5, 10, 15. It's only 15 minutes. And now they're the same, aren't they? For the next one, we're going to start here. And we're going to end here. Okay. So we want this first clock to match this clock. Let's see. We can also look at it as the minute hand starts here and it's ending here. So we want to figure out how much time it is from there to there. Yeah, that kind of looks like a little smiley. Just need 2 eyes up here. There we go. So we need to figure out how much time that would be. Well, if we look up here, we can start counting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's look and do the same thing here. We're going to go from 3 to the 8. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So on that one, we didn't even look at what actual time it was, although that's good to know. We were looking at how many minutes pass from the minute hand being pointed at the 3 to the minute hand being pointed at the 8. Okay, now let's see if we have this one set here. I bet you can tell me what time that is. And this one is going to be set here. Okay, let's look at this. There we go. Our minute hand is in the same place. The long one, the minute hand, is in the same place. Let's look at the hour hand. Here it's on 3, here it's on 4. Is that 1 minute? No, that's 1 hour. So from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 1 hour has passed. Look at this. From 3:30 to 4:30. There again, 1 hour from 3:30 to 4:30 has passed. If your minutes are the same, but your hour changes, like 3:30 to 4:30, if your minutes are the same, but just the hour has changed, then an hour has gone by. We can do the same thing if we say 2:15 to 3:15. An hour has passed. The minutes are the same, so that means that the minute hand went all the way around the clock one time. It doesn't mean that no minutes went by, because 60 minutes had to go by, but the hour, but it's exactly an hour. We're going to leave this one here at 3:30, and we're going to change this one to here. And I want to know how many minutes, and I said minutes, so you know I'm not talking about an hour. How many minutes have passed? Well, if we look at the first one and we try to make it look just like the second one, we've got to move the minute hand from the 6 up to the 11. Let's see how many minutes it's going to pass. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes. Wait, I did something wrong here, guys. Oh, I forgot to change the hour on this one. Okay, you know, sometimes Miss Price gets a little bit confused. This was supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. Yes. Okay. Now, now when we do it, it should be right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now they are the same. I had messed up the hour the first time. So 25 minutes has passed. We can look at it also as the minute hand was pointing at the 6, and now it's pointing at the 11. And if we want to figure out the time between here and there, we say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, now let's take just one clock and see if we can figure out kind of a word problem. Let's say that a test starts at 10:40 and it ends at 11:10. Well, I'm going to move my clock to show that time. 10:40 and it ends at 11:10. We didn't go around the clock, all the way around the clock. So we're only talking about minutes. How many minutes is that? Here's 10:40. Here's 11 o'clock. Here's 11:10. So we need to count the minutes from the 8 by 5s around to the 2. Let's do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So how much time passes? 30 minutes. Okay, let's say that This one we can do in our heads. A program starts at 7:35 and it lasts for 1 hour. What time does it end? 7:35 and a whole hour would be 8:35. Only the hour is changing. All right, now we're going to look in the workbook at page 126. Looks like this. And for each one, it tells you whether you're telling how many minutes has gone by, or on the next one, how many hours has gone by. So it lets you know if we're talking about minutes or hours. Take a look at page 126 and 127 and see if you can figure out how many minutes or hours have gone by. Pause the video, figure that out, and then come back and we'll check it. All right, let's check our work. Number 1, and the times are on there, it went from 4 o'clock to 4:20. How much time has passed? 20 minutes, that's right. B starts at 4:30 and goes to 4:35. If we look at the minute hand and check, see, I'm going to try to, well, if we go to the minute hand, it goes from the 6 up to the 9, that's 5, 10, 15 minutes. C goes from 2:15 to 2:40. You look at the minute hand, it goes from the 3 around to the 8, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. D goes from 7:10 to 7:50. So the minute hand starts on the 2 and goes all the way around to the 10. So we count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, on the next page, I think the next page is easier. On the next page, we go from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. How many hours is that? I hope you put 1. B goes from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So here's 4 o'clock. Then the hour hand goes to the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 hours. C goes from 4:30 to 7:30. So we're starting at 4:30. So it's like 4:30 in your head, and you don't count on until you go to the next hour. 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. How many? 3 hours. Then the last one is 6:15 in your head, and we're going to count to 10:15. 6:15, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, 10:15. 4 hours. Alrighty. In the next video, we will look at some more time units, or how many minutes passed. Elapsed time is what I'm trying to say. Time intervals. All right, I'll see you shortly. Bye.